I'm George Rutherford. I'm principal of the Idea Academy Public Charter School. Idea Academy Public Charter School, where I'm the principal, is a preschool through 8th grade school. We have a population at this time of 282 students. Of that 282, 62 of them are middle school students, grades 6 through 8, and the others are elementary, preschool through the 5th grade. In our classes, preschool through 8th grade, we only have a maximum of 17 to 1 in a class. This helps in the individualizing the instruction so that our students will be able to get instruction based on where they come to us. It is our belief and our position that any student that come into the Idea Academy Public Charter School will gain in the reading and math. Well, as a youngster growing up in West Virginia, I always wanted to go to college. My father had an 8th grade education. My mother probably the same. But my father, I feel, was the smartest man that I've ever met. And I had a sister who graduated from a high school here in Washington, D.C., who came home and went to college. And I wanted to follow in her footsteps. And she went to Shepherd College. I went to Bluefield State. My sister was the first black, along with another gentleman, who went to Shepherd College as black students and were the first to graduate from Shepherd College. I went to Bluefield State on an athletic scholarship because I played basketball in high school. And they gave me a scholarship to come up to play ball. And while I was at Bluefield State in the tournament, we played against Shepherd. And some of my friends were with Shepherd, so they talked to me, and I decided to transfer to Shepherd the next year. I went to Shepherd College. I was the only African American on the team, and I started. And it was a very difficult time for me because racism ran rapid in West Virginia, especially in Jefferson County. I stayed there a year or two, got on academic probation, and a gentleman saw me and recommended me to a coach in Alabama. The coach at Alabama gave me a full scholarship, and I went to Alabama to play ball. After completing my 2 or 3 years in Alabama, I left and came home to Charlestown, West Virginia. In the meantime, I sold cemetery property, I sold vacuum cleaners, and I decided I wanted to be in education. So I was hired at the Garnet Patterson Junior High School, which is located on 10th and U Street, Northwest Washington. I stayed there 10 years. I was detailed to Lincoln Junior High School for 4 months as assistant principal, acting assistant principal. I left there. I had already received my master from Bowie State. So I left Lincoln Junior High School with a scholarship through Dr. Margaret Labatt to go to the University of Pittsburgh. And at the University of Pittsburgh, I pursued and got my Ph.D. But you got to understand there was always a support system. And I think when we talk about support system, especially myself, it is because of the support system I got that I mold my whole educational philosophy around. And that is that every student needs support. I had Dr. Margaret Labatt, who is the greatest administrator I ever had in my life, who was constantly supporting me. And she said to me, George Rutherford, what I need for you to do, the only thanks I need is for you to help someone else. And I got my whole philosophy around we can help. We can do for students It does not matter what level a student come to you, you're able to take them to another level.